And welcome back to the Hot Lap. We are talking WRC and where Fourmaux is going to go in 2025. Now, the interesting thing here, he claims he already knows. He knows something we don't. Let's discuss. So, Adrian Fourmaux knows something we don't. And this is the Dirtfish article which inspired us to do it. So, Adrian Fourmaux, apparently he's decided where he'll drive next year. And apparently agreed terms. But he's not going to reveal where. So, as we know, WRC silly season has primarily been driven by where this man, arguably the sensation of 2024, is going to end up. There has been Hyundai talk. Could it be a complete plot twist? Could he end up in Toyota? Now, Fourmaux confirmed to Dirtfish that he's now made his choice as to whether to stay in M Sport or leave for next year. But sadly, he's not going to confirm. He's not going to tell us where. Now, asked where he would know which team he'd be driving for, he said, "I know, but you will soon." Now, Toyota, interestingly, is yet to confirm its driver lineup for the 2025 season. Its team principal, Latvala, he suggested that Fourmaux was not on his radar. So that kind of just leaves Hyundai and or M Sport. The Toyota boss said, "We haven't had any discussions with Fourmaux really at the moment. We have been having some discussions with the drivers, but not so much with Adrian. So unless it is a complete plot twist rug pulled out from under our legs, probably not Hyundai, probably not Toyota, sorry. But I just mentioned Hyundai. And do Hyundai remain the favourite? The team has previously offered the Frenchman a drive for the 2024 season, this season, but apparently he declined their offer. Now, last year we had a really nice discussion with Hyundai, said Fourmaux, but it was only half a season offer, and I was not really so interested, he said. In the end, it was good to do the full season this year." In his full-time season with M Sport, Fourmaux also scored four podium finishes and 140 points. All three Hyundai part-timers, that's Lappi, Sordo and Mickelson, have registered a combined 106. So Fourmaux is doing really well. He's having the season of his life this year. Now, the team principal from M Sport, he told Dirtfish he's doing a fantastic job and it would be crazy for other people not to be interested in him. We'll have to wait and see. Now, asked to put a percentage figure, and he's saying, "I'm always confident, so I'd say over 50. But it's not 100, is it?" And that ends the article. So even Goodwood had an interesting tidbit on their article all the way back at the beginning of September. And it was talking about the Hyundai. The first person on the potential replacement list when they're talking about Hyundai is Adrian Fourmaux. It said the Frenchman has impressed massively since he returned to the Rally 1 car this year, finishing on the podium regularly and technically remaining in contention for the title with just 4 rounds to go. So Hyundai are also talking about Oliver Solberg. They dumped the young Swede rather unceremoniously at the end of 2022. They did, didn't they? Yeah, but look at Solberg now, and surely he's ready for Rally 1. But what about M Sport Ford? And this is it, always the last one we know anything about. The underfunded British sort of factory team regularly punches above its weight. There's no doubt that there is potential in the Puma Rally 1. As we know, it's won events in the past, and Fourmaux, as we know, is very much one of its stars. And they said if Fourmaux goes, you would expect that M Sport will take a serious look at whether it can fund a drive for a certain, as we predicted, Martin Sesks. The Latvian's one-off Rally 1 hybrid appearance in his homeland drew rave reviews and impressed the team. M Sport must be wondering what a full season could do for him. And they've got here the question of Gregor Monster. There's no doubt that some money must be coming from the Luxembourg driver. It must be, because he's there because of his money, not his talent, surely. But is that money enough to offset the second car? They put, yes, 2024 is a learning year, but does anyone think that the step up will be enough to justify a second crack? If someone like Oliver Solberg could bring a budget for the following year, let's be fair, you'd definitely choose him. It's the article, obviously, on Facebook, the Dirtfish article. I know, but you will know soon. How soon? How soon? Let's have a look at some of the comments, because I always think they're quite interesting. We've got leaving a team that remains the only team that's been a constant in the sport for 30 years, for one that won't even commit to having a car in 2026, or one of its current drivers beyond 25. Sounds insane to me. But this guy obviously thinks, Derek thinks he's going to Hyundai. He's certainly done an impressive and mature drive this year for the team. Yes, I hope you continue with Ford, Adrian. Now, in terms of our thoughts, I hope he does continue with Ford. I also hope Ford see the potential once again in the M Sport team. That, you know, one of Rally's ancestors almost at this point. They've been around for so long, and I hope they give M Sport a bit more money so they can fund at least 2 decent drivers. I mean, imagine a Fourmaux and a Sesks, a Fourmaux and a Solberg and a Sesks if Fourmaux goes. Anyway, I think it'll be silly to move to a Hyundai, says Charlie. If those rumours are true about the future in WRC, Neuville has only signed a 1-year extension. So what does that mean for the future of the team he's dedicated 10 plus years of his career to? Needs to stay with M Sport. Absolutely he does. Now, the big rumour about Hyundai is they've done 1 year, and there's talk about them maybe help funding a private team or privately run Hyundai Rally Ones, which is interesting. He signed with M Sport insider knowledge. Let's hope so. Oh wow, the suspense. Stay with M Sport. Stay with M. I would hope he stays at M Sport and Elvin joins him. And Elvin Evans. Oh, I mean, that'd be amazing. I mean, you know, an Elvin Evans and an Adrian Fourmaux at M Sport. Actually, that might be my dream over Martin Sets. And well, and Elvin Evans from 2020. Maybe not the 2024 version of Evans. He's a smart guy. He'll stay with M Sport. Let's hope he does. The Toyota to replace Elvin. Possibly. That'll be one for that. I mean, Elvin's not impressed that much, but I think if anyone is going to get replaced at Toyota, it's more than likely to be Taka. And here's the reason why. Is Taka going to be replaced? Who else would drive for Toyota? We don't currently see a reason why it wouldn't be Elvin Evans, but it says the identity of their third driver this is what's interesting. Will Taka stay at Toyota? The identity of the third driver is still more difficult to tell. They said Takamoto Katsuta has been Toyota's project for several years. Absolutely he has. But his progress has stalled in 2024. Absolutely it has. Podiums in the previous few seasons were followed up by comprehensively behind all other full-time drivers other than debutant Gregor Monster. Absolutely it has. And as we know, a Toyota boss admitted that he was going to consider Pajari as a potential for a 2025 driver alongside the youngster's Rally 1 debut in Finland, potentially putting Katsuta at risk. Perhaps he finds himself sharing a drive with Pajari. Absolutely. I mean, that would make sense at the moment. We've got 2 rallies left. Taka really needs to pull out the big guns, doesn't it? I like the guy. I want him to stay, but you're going to have a decent reason for that. But there we go. So, if you liked what you see, please give us a subscribe. If you are subscribed, but you don't want to miss a video, hit that notification button. That will be perfect. And if you want to give it a like, please do. It inspires me to do more rally videos, which is something that, as you can tell, I really like. Rally, F1, touring car, and a bit of gaming, and a bit of, we'll be speaking to you soon, and stay safe.